Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on Tuesday here. This last week has been absolutely crazy busy. I'm sure you guys completely are aware of that. Sort of like the calm before the storm. I can see that in the Skype room and even the Facebook page. Everyone's really, really quiet, and I think everyone's getting a lot of anticipation, and I can see why. I mean, my God. Been working on something really special for you guys. I can't wait for you to see it. And luckily, you're probably not going to be able to see it for maybe a few weeks or a month because it's sort of a longer-term project, but it's going really, really well. Been talking to some great leaders. We have really great people joining the business. I'm so excited to be working with them and sort of connecting their teams together and getting people to work together and getting a lot of really good input. So, been very, very good. Really great to see that and just an incredible environment. And I'll tell you, with these other programs that have been trying to launch and having gigantic problems, it's just scary. I have went into some details on one of them, and I really don't want to talk about it, but I really feel bad because you don't wish this on somebody. You know what I mean? You want them to be able to go, but sure makes me feel good about what we're doing, and makes me feel good about how we're going to deliver for you guys. So really, really happy about that. With that, I'm going to go ahead and go to Jeremy and let him give you the update and what's going on, and we'll get to Darren as well.
Well, it's good to have you back, Bart. Because me and Darren don't seem to be able to get around the technology of Google Hangouts. But anyway, we're live tonight. I do apologise if my sound quality is not that good. I'm not in my normal location, and the internet connection's not that great. So, and also the lighting. So I'm sure some of you are actually weeping now, looking at the screen because you can't see my lovely face. But anyway, I want to show you what I've been working on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully we're going to have my screen. So have we got that there, Bob?
Yep, we're
Right.
good.
So I'm sure you're familiar already with the layout here. Now I'm logged into our admin account where we do all the building of our stuff. Okay, so this is our test site. This is where we test at the front end before we pass it over to you guys. Now, the first thing you can see, I'm in the account tab, which is nothing new for you guys. There's a video there, and there's some tabs here on the on the left hand side. You've got capture pages that we've already made for you. We'll be loading them into that area. You'll be able to view your leads, your downlines, your earnings. You'll be able to upgrade. So I think you're familiar with all those tabs that are there. And then we come over to the tools. Okay, now the way the tools are going to work is a video in the middle that's really, each time you go on a page, there's always a video that will explain to you how to navigate around this particular page. Okay, now we've got some tools that are in here. We've got the Facebook Ninja Pro, the Autoresponder, the landing page creator, the banner creator, the URL shortener, the blog, the solo ad tool, the social submission tool, and there's a lot more tools that we're adding in there. Okay, now this is not going to be an exact view what you're going to see, because basically what you're going to have to do is to complete a course. Okay, so if I come up to the courses, again you get a video in the middle that tells you about the navigation. Not that there's a big massive navigation bar here. You've got my courses and the completed courses. So if I click on my courses, basically what you'll see is a list of courses with an icon there, and when you click on that, it will take you over to the actual course itself. And most of the courses are videos, and some of them are backed up with a bit of text, but in the course there's an action that you have to do. And if you don't do that action, the next course is not available for you. So this is perfect for the beginners. I'm talking about the beginners package here, that you have to do an action. And so if I was to come back over to tools, one of the actions is setting up your Facebook Ninja tool. Now, when you first log into the Facebook Ninja tool, you're only going to see this button at the top where it says link my Facebook account. And that's one of the actions that you'll have to do to release the next module. And then when you start to do the next module, then it will release the next button, searching groups, my groups, save groups, message templates, post scheduler, post log, and disconnect your Facebook account. So each one of the courses is going to be built along those lines. Okay, so tomorrow what I should be able to start showing you is we should be able to start popping some of this over onto the live site, because we've been all day testing. Everything seems to be working fine. So I think tomorrow afternoon we're going to start popping the courses over to the live site, and then we're going to start to work on the product library and the jukebox training. So it's all go, go, go this end. So I do apologise if I've ignored people today, but it's been absolutely crazy here with the programming side of things. So that's where we are. I think we've got the blog in place, which I think Darren is going to talk you through. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Stop sharing the screen. I think, is that done it, Bart? Have we stopped sharing?
Yep.
Yeah, good. So I will be able to give you more of an update on tomorrow's Hangout of where we are with the tools. So we're on target, that we're going to get you everything. We'll get the stuff that we said we're going to get in place, and on Friday. So roll on Friday. That's all I can say. But everything's going just as we want it to. Darren.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Appreciate that. I thought you caught me off wares then. I had to keep dipping out of that because I've moved places. My dog has been going around the house trying to find me, and all of a sudden he's just found me and trying to bash through the door. So I'm sorry about that. So yeah, great. Right now, I'm going to show you the blog. Now, where are we going? Share screen. Now, what I'll show you, and hopefully somebody will tell me that you can now see the blog.
Perfect, yep.
Yep, brilliant. Okay. Now, you're going to see, when you get obviously these tools, what you need to understand is these are the first versions of our tools. We've already got the second version, even the third version in planning. So you're going to get the first version. And so the first version that you're going to get of the blog will look like this. Well, it could do. Because this is totally customizable. All right. Now I've mocked this up. This is a working site, so obviously I can go up and down. I can click on links, but I just wanted to make sure that we had enough of the features on here today, just to walk you through the types of things that you're going to have. Now, the benefit of you'll very often hear the term viral blog or an authority blog, and people just take that as read and they don't really understand what that actually means. As you can see at the top here, and obviously there's no reason why you can't just go and put this URL in your browser now. You'll notice that it'll say blog.zukul.com. Now, when you get your blog, obviously you will then be able to choose what name you want your blog. And what we'll have initially will be perhaps it'll be Fred's blog at Zukul.com. Now, what that does is it basically meshes everybody's blog into almost like a mutual backlinking type scenario, and so therefore just by opening and starting a Zukul blog, you will automatically start to create the links, which is going to be making your blog a lot more searchable, and then obviously a lot more you'll generate a lot more traffic. And so that's the power of having what we call a viral or an authority blog. Now, the basic functionalities, now there are two leading competitors out there, and anybody who has got blogging software or has been around the block a little bit out there, then they will understand who the two leading competitors are as far as programming is concerned. There is a major benchmark, if you like, which is WordPress, and we've not based ours on WordPress. I'm not talking about those, I'm talking about two major companies. Now, when you look at what functionality we have, and then just bearing in mind that this is the very basic, this is the first version, okay? So you have the ability to obviously title your blog, you have the ability to connect all your buttons. I've just connected 3 here, but we have Pinterest, we have Twitter, we have a couple of other little buttons that if you're connected to those social networking sites, then you can add those to this site here. You will obviously have a setup already that will include a welcome page and a blog. Now, the difference between the two is that obviously this is the welcome page, or what we might term as a landing page for your blog, and you can put anything you'd like on here. All right, that's, it'll be set to whatever information you want to put on here. Then you'll have a blog, and again, the blogs will be, it's not all in as you can see, I've just done some tests here. What we've done is we've kept it to 5 or 6 lines, so you'll be able to see all the blogs that run down here. And then those are the only 2 tabs that you will have. You will then have the ability to put in other tabs of your choosing. Now, what I would suggest is that you would have some information that is about Zukul, because obviously that is where the key traffic words are going to be. But you could easily have this as being, I don't know, a pet care blog, or you know, catswithfleas.com blog type thing. All right. You will have the ability to capture leads or visitors through connecting either your existing autoresponder or using our in-house autoresponder. So you will have that ability here. And then, like I say, you will have these links that you can now connect. So obviously I've just set up these very quickly. You've got Zukul TV. Now this is where obviously we will start to host all of our Hangouts and any videos that we might have. We will then have Zukul packages, and obviously this will be products. And again, when we mouse over these buttons, there'll be a drop-down menu which will allow us to then click onto perhaps the beginner's package, perhaps the intermediate package, perhaps the advanced package. So again, it's just giving you an idea of the type of information and the functionality that our blog has. Now, what I need you to understand is this is not a click and a click and go blog if you don't want it to be. As you can see, you know, we've got images, we've got different size text, we've got different colored text, we've got clickable links, we've got all sorts of information that we can put onto a post or onto a page. And then the sharp-eyed among you will obviously understand that while we have menu buttons across the top, we will also have what's called category buttons, which will run down the side here. And again, those you'll be able to customize yourself. You know, there'll be some stuff that we can set up for you, but there'll be a lot of stuff that you'll be able to customize and edit that for yourself, depending on you individually or upon you know, which niche or business you're working with. And then we've just put this in as well. Now, obviously, normally we would have a green background here. Now, what we've done is we've put on here a clickable link. All right. Now, there is no other blogging software out there that allows you to put your own adverts on. So you've got a space here to do 120 graphics. Okay. And again, I've just put 2 images on here just to allow you to see how, you know, what they will look like. So these could be, you know, if my blog is about cats with fleas, then this could be about flea powder, and this could be about flea collars, for example. And obviously people come to read my information and they can click on these links. Now, there isn't a limit that I'm aware of, other than an aesthetic point of view, of how many of these images you'd want to populate down the side of your blog. And then we've also got the ability is to place adverts in here as well. And again, these can be Zukul adverts, or they can be other adverts for other programs, other companies, flea powder, flea collars, whatever it is that you want to promote. So again, you've got an internal advert here, which I think is, off the top of my head, a 250 image, and then obviously you've got a 120 image that you can put down the side. Now again, there is no other company that will allow you the degree of editability that you'll have with your blog and the degree of being able to promote anything else. And you do not have to promote Zukul. That's the key message I want to get over to you. And again, you know, everything in here, you can put links in here, you can put videos in here, you can do all sorts of things in here. It's a really, really useful blog. And as I say, this is the first version of it. You know, there are other bits and pieces that we're going to be adding to this as we go through the next few months. So I will leave that at that, and I'll hopefully go back to cancelling. And is that right? Stop sharing. Is that it? Am I back home with you now?
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
I could go ahead and advertise our computers on the blog and make a blog about gaming gear and stuff like that, and make a whole bunch of extra money outside this company, or I'm sorry, with the company.
Do we want to talk about the shop or not?
What?
I'm looking at Jeremy.
What? Are you giving him permission?
Do you want to talk about the shop, or should we leave that for another day?
Yeah. Let's do it. Come on, man. Let's do it.
Well, luckily Jeremy's mic is muted, so I think that's the trick.
Can't.
Well, you could talk about. You see, Darren's the one that's trying to get out of the starting gate before anybody else now. You know, and every time they tell me, they say, "Don't keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. You want to tell them too much before we're ready. We've got to make sure we're ready." And now he's talking about our shop. Well, what can we say about the shop? I know that there's a very big company out there that sort of helps you to promote drop shipping, if you like, between Amazon and eBay. So if you have that in mind, we're going to have a shop, something that's like drop shipping but with a difference. Okay, this is not being done before, so I don't really want to say too much because I don't want to give it away. But it's going to be drop shipping where you don't really have to drop ship. You know, we're going to find you. I'm not going to say no more because I think I might say too much. So,
oh man!
so unless you want to add anything to that, Darren.
No. I think we're just getting ahead of ourselves. I think we'll just calm down.
You mean another way to make money? Damn,
yeah.
This is getting crazy.
You see, what you got to remember, guys, is we're building a product library. Now, in the product library, you're going to have digital products, which, you know, like your banner creators, your landing page creator, your Facebook Ninja tool, you know, and various other digital products. But we're also going to be introducing tangible products. Now, I don't know of another company that's in the internet marketing world that offers tangible products. Products that, as I said before, you can take them to bed. You could sit in the bath with them. You know, you can go down the park and have romantic walks along the canal with them. They're actually tangible products that you can feel, hold, and kiss if you really want to. So so think of that: tangible products, digital products, and a shop. And if you know anything about eBay and Amazon, the penny might slowly be dropping. Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to say much more, but you know, think the product library has been put there for a reason.
Excellent, boy.
Okay.
It's getting better all the time. You mean I'm going to be able to like live in my Zukul world? Go ahead, Darren.
Just a quick whiz through. Obviously, we went through this last week, which is obviously the various pages with the products that we've got on. And as you can see, you know, we've got ticks where we've got the products in place in situ. We're happy with everything that's working on there. And again, these are my to-do lists. So it's obviously creating templates, creating emails, creating videos, and that type of thing. So again, it's just making sure that you guys are, you know, understand that we're working towards it. There are, as Jeremy says, there are times really during the course of this week which you know, people might be a bit frustrated in trying to get in touch with us, simply because we've got to literally get these videos, these training videos completed, and that's, as I was saying the other day, it doesn't sound much. You know, if you've got to create 10 videos in order to go through a training module, it doesn't sound very much if those videos are like 3 or 4 minutes long. But there's a lot of planning beforehand to make that video quite short, and then there's a bit of editing that needs to go on, and then they need to be watched in its entirety to make sure that they actually make sense, because there is a risk that we make a video assuming that you know what we're talking about. And too many times when I've shown it to my wife, for example, she will say, well, what does that mean, or what does that mean? So I've then had to go back and insert another video that actually shows what that bit is. So it's, you know, with the time for the beginners section, that training is the one that's taking the longest, because, you know, we can glibly talk about Google Images, but unless you know what Google Images is and what you can do with it, you know, it can be like 3 or 4 different videos just on its own. So, you know, there's quite a bit that we're throwing into the beginners thing that I think, you know, will create a really solid foundation for everybody who works through that process, and then obviously works through the other ones as well. So yes, that's it. I'm done. Thank you.
I think you just dropped another little bombshell on us also. Yeah, guys, this is going to be really, 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 really complete. I mean, you guys are going to really freak out and be jumping for joy. And you know what? You know, again, I'm back to this, the calm before the storm. I really, it was strangely, weirdly quiet today, right? Um, and someone made a comment somewhere, I think it was Dean, and you know, and it is, it's the calm before the storm, because when you guys see this, you know, when you see this on Friday and you just go, holy moly, this is going to explode. And you know, so many programs have had so many problems here in the last 2 months. It's just been like shocking, you know, that one after the other, that they just can't seem to get out of the gates. They can't seem to do anything right. They can't seem to make anything work. I can tell you this: all those tools you see there, we've been using. Okay, we know they work. Okay, they do work. The situation is integrating everything and getting these videos on here. We know how they work, but we need everybody to understand how to make it work. So that is, you know, your prospect that came online for the very first time. You know, he just quit his job, or maybe he's retired, or you know, needs a second income or something. And it's for those people that there has to be some kind of explanation that will make sense, so they will get through this. Because you know, think about it. I'm a really frustrated learner. If I don't have something that's Jeremy's probably gonna laugh his ass off on this one, but I'm a real frustrated learner, because if I don't have something that just is clear to me, if it doesn't make sense, even though you can say just do this, do this, do this, if it doesn't make sense, I just can't do it, right? So these videos, we're getting them to the point where it's just going to be so plain and straightforward, so that you know, your prospects that have no experience, they're going to have the best opportunity to be able to do something with this program and use these tools. Okay, now you other people on here that obviously are pros or even intermediates or whatever you want to call yourself, this is going to make total sense, and you're going to love the fact that it's being done this way. So that is the really good part, guys. You know, we have literally, okay, today's Tuesday, it's 4:23 p.m. You know, what do we have? We've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We've got 3 days here to go ahead and get upgraded, okay? I know some of you are waiting till Wednesday or Friday or whatever, Thursday, you know, when you get your money or when it's time to do it. But please don't have something happen and then come back and say, Jesus, I had 25 people in my team that upgraded. I lost everything because I didn't do it. You know, if you know, and that happens to me, by the way. I'm a person, if I wait to the last minute, I completely screw it up. So I try to do stuff a little bit ahead, okay? So keep that in mind. You know, there are some founder situations still available. You know who I'm talking to. You guys that are listening to me now, some of you need to get back to me, because we're at the end, okay? They're going fast. They're almost completely gone. There's very few left. Again, it's for those people. You know why you want them. This is not for everybody, okay? And you know, one more thing, you guys. Now you see where I got the information that I posted in the Skype room and the Facebook group. That was the blog that Darren wrote, and that's why I put that information out there, because I knew the minute I saw it, I said, there's email content, okay? People can take that and use that for an email swipe. And yeah, you guys see it, you love it, the message is there, it sort of really wraps everything up. You know, you can take parts of it and use that for your content and do that. So I know you guys are asking for a lot of things that we would love to be able to give you all at once, as far as other marketing material and all that, but please keep in mind, and I'm going to say this on the behalf of these two guys, these guys are working their butts off endless hours to get, you know, Friday here, okay? Once that stuff happens, we're able to start working on some other things. But we need to focus on what has to come out first, which is delivery and doing what we're supposed to do. And then we give you the proof. You can go out and blow this thing up for yourself and build yourself an awesome team and have an incredible business that'll support you and never quit on you and never go anywhere. And that is what we're going to do. And when you see the other things that we're working on and you're getting dropped hints every now and then, you're going to love it, okay? This is going to be a lifetime business for you, okay? It's so funny when we hear people coming from other programs saying, can you compare it to this and can you compare it to that? And for us, see, we're not an affiliate, we're an owner, so we almost laugh a little bit because we can't say everything, but we can say enough. Do you know what I mean? There's certain things we can't say yet, because first off, we have to have our launch. We have to focus on what we have here. We know there's a lot more, but we have to focus on the business of what the business is now, right? So sometimes it's a hard message. I will tell you this, there's a lot of people watching this business, a lot of people watching you, a lot of people taking a lot of action right now, but the message still is clear. There's people that are going to just see what happens, okay? And when next week comes around, or let's say after this weekend, you watch what happens. This business is going to explode. And everybody that's here now and you're watching this Hangout, you're in an incredible place. You're with an incredible company. You're going to be proud to be a member of this company. You will never, ever regret that you're part of Zukul, and you're going to love what the future brings for you. And we're really thankful that you're here with us, and really happy that we're all together as a group and a team, and for that fact, a community or a family. So with that, I'm going to stop because I'll go on and on. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Yeah, I just want to just go back to the blog. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Absolutely.
But there's a few things that we're working on, okay? And I just want to tell you some of the tools that you're going to have with the blog. Now, first off, when you actually make a post, if you use like WordPress, or you use blogger.com, or companies like that, they give you the ability to create the blog, and then what you have to do is go to the blog and then share that post. They'll give you, you can click on the icons and share that post, but you have to make the blog first, okay? And then you have to go in and do it manually. Click that one, share it here, click that one, share it there. Now, what the blog's going to be able to do, when you actually set up your post, you'll be able to tick the boxes of where you'd like the post to be shared on. But also, you'll be able to schedule where you want the posts to go. So if you say, I'm making a blog on Monday, and straight away on Monday, I want it to go to Google+. But Tuesday, I want it to go to Twitter. And then on, say, Wednesday, I want it to go to Facebook. And then on Thursday, I want it to go back and post all again over on Google+. Now, also, if you have a blog where with most of the platforms out there, the blogging systems, they're great platforms. Okay, so we're not reinventing the wheel here. What we're doing is we're taking the wheel, putting some nice tires on it and a nice bit of chrome. Okay, we're pimping it up, I think is what you say in America. Here we say we're flashing it up. Okay, so what we're also going to be able to do, if you want to create a video and you then want to upload that video to YouTube, to Vimeo, to Dailymotion, and put it on your blog, and send your blog viral to all your Facebook, your Twitter, you'll be able to do that all at one click of the button. So you'll upload the video, write your blog, click the button, it will pop over to YouTube, post it there, pop over to Vimeo, post it there, pop over to Dailymotion, post it there, pop over to Facebook, post it there, pop over to Pinterest, post it there, pop over to Twitter. It will do everything you want it to do, and you can set it to come on particular days if you like, and it'll also interact with your list. Now, I don't want to tell you how it's going to interact with your list, but depending on where you've got your list, whether it's on GetResponse or Aweber, or it's with us. Now, if it's our system, we're going to show you how to interact with your list by what they do on your page. Okay. Now, this is all going to be done from your blog. So let's just go the scenario that Darren said to you. If you've got a pet blog and you're selling flea collars, and someone comes to your blog and they don't actually click on flea collars, but they go over to, I don't know, kennels. The system will be able to send them an email about kennels because it knows they've visited that page, you see. And you'll set up all these campaigns ready with the products that you're selling on your blog, and the system will automatically contact them, thanking them for coming to the blog. They had a look at the kennels. There's a special offer on the kennels on this page, and there's a voucher there if they want to use it. And that's all coming with version 2 of the blog, okay? And I could go on and on and on. As Darren said, this is the basic list you've got so far. You've got a basic blog. We're going to take this blog to the next dimension, okay? You've never ever seen a blog like this. And the only reason why you've never seen a blog like this, because we've looked at every blog that's out there and every website builder that's out there, taken all the tools, looked at them and said, well, let's have that bit, let's have that bit, let's throw away that bit, that one's no good. And we've looked at everything, and we're coming up with the Bentley, the Ferrari of blogging systems. And believe me, by the end of September, October, the blog, with its shop and with its other things that it's going to have, is going to blow you away. So please don't underestimate the power of the Zukul blog, because it's going to change the way blogging is done across the world. Believe me. And that's that's my bit of rant there. I wanted to get that in so that people know that I'm making tools that are. Darren's just going to have to write lovely content for it.
As Glenda Neal just said, oh, that's Zukul of you. Yeah, man. Yeah, and listen, guys, there's a little bit of an insight to Jeremy. You know, Darren and I have been working with Jeremy now for, I don't know, 6 months, 9 months, and it's like every time we talk about a tool, he just starts to go, wow, okay, that's cool, but what if we can make it do this? And what if we can make it do that? And you know what? This is going to be the benefit of being in Zukul. The tools that we have here will always be evolving. We'll always be cutting edge. We'll always stay ahead of the game. We will never be outdated. It'll never not work. It'll always be getting better. And that is the coolest thing, because you're not going to have to do anything for that to happen. It's just going to be happening in the background, okay? All the tools we develop, we're always going to stay on them. We're always going to upgrade them. We're always going to update them. We just had a huge update on the Facebook tool, okay? It took a while because, you know, Jeremy wanted it to do like backflips, okay? So luckily that was all started and happened before we were at this stage and in, you know, putting all this together. So I want to emphasize this again for some of you people who don't understand this, but do understand we use these tools now. We know that they work. They do work. That's not what's going on. What is going on is the integration of these tools with the videos into the site. Okay, that's what we're working on. When we say break something, you can't possibly break the tool. What we need to do is integrate and make sure everything's working and connecting and all that stuff, okay? Because as you'll know through your profile, all the stuff, when he says push a button and it'll do all this magical submission everywhere, okay, that's because everything is tied together, okay? And that's the key. That's what we're working on, okay? That's why it's not here yet, but it's going to be here Friday. You're going to be extremely excited, like I said, and by the responses I'm seeing on the Hangout and other places, you guys are freaking as excited as we are, because we are really jumping out of our skin, I tell you what. And you know, it's just so exciting to be building such an incredibly awesome program with an incredibly awesome team and members and you guys and you leaders who are here with us. It just doesn't get any better than this. I mean, you know, it just does not. There is nothing better than this. So with that, guys, we're going to keep it short, man, 35 minutes. Darren, do you want to add anything else before you get back to making 100 more videos tonight?
All really, I would say, you pointed out to me a particular post in the Facebook room earlier today, which I'd missed, and it's done by a chap called Paul. So if you are wondering what it is that you need to be successful about being online, or in any online or offline, then you know Paul is probably the type of person that you probably need to interact with. Now, I'm not suggesting you bombard him with messages and all that sort of thing, but his basic philosophy is that yes, we can provide you with the tools, yes, we can provide you with the training on how to use those tools, but unless you approach those with the philosophy that he has about building a team, then you are forever going to be going round and round and round in circles. You know, we can find people who can put huge amounts of people into this business, but that's what they will do. They'll just put loads of people into a business and then they will walk off and do something else, and these people will just flounder around. Now, we're trying to help those people by providing them with step-by-step tools, so we're trying to hopefully catch some of those guys. But the problem is that too many people now on the internet are just seeing the next big shiny object, and yes, I was guilty of that as well. So the next big shiny object, and we'll pile our people into there, we'll make some profit, and we know that it's good for 2 or 3 months, and then we'll move on to something else. Well, this is different, all right? This is hugely different. You know, we've got 6, 7, 9 months worth of programming ideas that we've got coming through the line, and that is before Jeremy has a cup of tea and comes up with some more. So we've got lots and lots of stuff that's coming down the line, but we're starting from the case of, as you've already heard me say, is that we're looking at the $25 foundation package. That is going to be huge. That's what everything about Zukul is going to be built on, because once people have an understanding and confidence on what that program is, then yes, they will risk $50 to see what the next month, with Zukul gives them. And then obviously they will be so pleased with that, they will then risk $200 to then see what that gives them. And then when they're really pleased with that, they will then risk X dollars for the next thing. Okay, so it's all about getting the foundations in place, making sure you're working with those people really, really closely. We can only do so much, with Jeremy and his programming, with the videos that we're creating together, with the Hangouts and the information that Bart generates. We can only do so much. It has to come from you guys, and that doesn't mean sitting on Facebook or sitting on Skype or sitting on an email and sending out a message every now and again. It's about literally picking up the phone. It's about having meetings, whether that's on a Hangout, whether that's on Skype or whatever. It's about getting your people together and getting that synergy going at the various levels. Like I say, we can only do so much at the level that we're at. So it's really, that sort of information is going to be in the jukebox training, all right? But you have to put that information into practice. The information itself is not going to get you there. You have to put that information into some sort of action. And that's my rant out of the way. Okay, right.
I want to add something actually, and because Darren says there's so many people that get the next shiny thing, and actually I'm a victim of that every morning because I've got a bald head, so I see my shine every time I look in the mirror. But with the thing that you're going to find with Zukul, you're going to find it's going to be like being in a jeweler's shop. You're going to find as many shiny things as you want inside jukebox training and inside the product library. So if you're a person that looks for the next shiny object, you only need to come to one site, and that is Zukul, because they're going to have all the shiny objects you want, and you'll have as many shiny objects as you want to sell, because these tools that we're talking about now is the tip of the iceberg. Because once we've got these out of the way and the training programs out of the way, then we're going to start to populate the products inside the product library and the jukebox training, and they're all going to be products that you guys can go out and sell and earn money from. So you can have as many shiny objects as you like, and some of them will be tangible.
Excellent. And we have a program beyond the $200 program. Holy crap! Oh my God. I gotta just give some quotes here. Dean, Kerr freaking Ching. John, we need binoculars to see Zukul's horizons. The world is our oyster. Guys, this is awesome. Cannot believe what I'm hearing. We ain't seen nothing yet. Jeremy is the Willy Wonka of marketing tools. I love that one. The Willy Wonka of marketing tools. You know what, guys? Really, it's like we're rising a peak. Okay, there is no other place to look for a shiny object. I don't know how many programs out there. It's almost laughable when I look at some of the things that have been trying to be launched, and what it is a singular product with a singular thing, and you just go, Jesus, if that one thing fails, the whole thing is completely shot out, right? And you know what? Some of that stuff that they're trying to do out there right now, if you want to call it the other programs, I'm like, God, like I said, I don't wish harm on anybody, but I feel terrible when I see a program not go, especially when I've got friends that have committed so much time into something. It's just like disgusting, and it's a disgrace. And we're not going to do that, man. We're going to give you the platform. You guys are in the right place. Really appreciate the people that are stepping up. And I'm here for you, by the way. I have some more time right now, okay? If you need me to get on with you and do a meeting with the leader, I'll teach you how to get on a Hangout, take away a little bit of your shyness, get you on the camera, and I'll help you with that. This is one thing I do. I love this stuff right here. I love talking. I love getting on cameras. I love Skype calls. I'll do it on Skype. I'll set up a Hangout for you. You want to do a presentation with a couple leaders? You want to do a presentation with your team? Let's do it. I'm here for you, okay? So reach out to me. You know how to get a hold of me, and I'll be glad to help you out, all right? Let's get you going. And as Darren said, that post by Paul was brilliant, because it is about being a leader, not just an advertiser, right? You don't just put out a million pieces of advertising. You got to bring the people in. You got to cultivate them. You got to grow them. You got to give them a little water, a little nourishment. Got to give them a little bit of food. Give them a little training. Give them a little help, right? And you get yourself a lifelong business here that'll be here for your dependents, okay, for your kids. And again, when you see what Willy Wonka has over here and what Darren has over there, and some of the other things that we've been working on, you're not going to go anywhere, okay? I know it's impossible to get every single person out there in your net and into our business, but I tell you what, we're sure as hell going to try, because I think we might have everything that they need. So, and again, I can keep going and going and going. Darren, you want to finish anything off, or do you want to end this thing? Good to go, Jeremy?
I want to say one thing. I made a little post the other day, and that was, if you give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. Teach him how to Zukul, and you'll feed him for a lifetime.
Perfect. All right. Yes, this is Zukul, man. Zukul. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Like I said, reach out to me. These guys are really busy. I know. Try not to reach out to them if you can avoid it at all. If you need something really, really badly, do send in a ticket. Okay, that still works, but if there's something that really needs to be dealt with, you can send it to me, and I do have the ability to tap these guys to see what we can do for you. But we're here for you, and like I said, this is an upward ride, and just wait. It's going to get better and better and better, better, and you're at the right place at the right time, and that is for sure. And we just really appreciate you guys, and very proud to have you with us. So with that, we're going to say goodnight. Now try to get to some sleep if you possibly can. I doubt it. Talk to you later, everybody. Bye now.